Math 6, Topic 5, Lesson 3 review. I am going to solve this with you the way the book told you to. We're not going to do anything fancy. I'm going to do one way in a vertical table, kind of like the example looks, and the other way in a horizontal table, which we saw in the book itself. So for the first one, we'll talk about the soccer team and the volleyball team. The school soccer team buys 3 soccer balls for every 2 players. So I'm going to start off by doing this as a vertical table. So 3 soccer balls for every 2 players. So let's put the players, so this is soccer. So we'll do the players here and the balls there. So the school soccer team buys 3 soccer balls for every 2 players. And the volleyball team also has people on the team and equipment. The volleyball team buys 7 volleyballs for every 5 players. So the way that your book wants you to solve this is they want you to continue the table out until you find something that you can compare that's the same. So if we were to look at the soccer side, like let's say I've decided to double. Double the number of players would be 4. Double the number of soccer balls would make it 6. Taking the number of players times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. Now, what I really like about seeing this 10 here is that when I looked at the volleyball side, I noticed that we start with 5 players, and I know I can get from 5 players to 10 players by just doubling it. So I'm going to double the number of players on the volleyball team to 10, double the number of volleyballs they have, which is 14. And now I have numbers that I can compare. 10 players on the soccer ball team, 10 players on the volleyball team. The soccer team has 15 soccer balls. The volleyball team only has 14. Therefore, which team buys more balls per player? The answer is soccer. So you're just continuing it until you find something that you can actually compare. Over here, I'm going to do a vertical one. This one has to do with miles and days. So I'm going to say the top line is days, the bottom line is miles. The top line is days, the bottom line is miles. And we are talking about Jenna and Alex. Jenna walks 12 miles in 5 days. Alex walks 7 miles in 3 days. So, I have a feeling I know where this is going to go. So I'm going to start off by doing double. 5 times 2 is 10. 12 times 2 is 24. 5 times 3 is 15. 12 times 3 is 36. And I'm like, wait a second. That's what I was like. 15 days for Jenna. I started off with 3 days for Alex, and I know that I can get from 3 to 15 by just multiplying it by 5. 3 times 5 is 15, 15 days. So if I multiplied 3 by 5, I have to multiply 7 by 5, 35 miles. So who's walking more miles every day? I don't think I did this the way they wanted to, but that's okay. If they both walked 15 days, Jenna would have walked 36 miles. So it would have been Jenna. And I just realized they wanted me to do this, who walks more miles in one day. So if Jenna walked for one day or if Alex worked for one day, to get from 5 to 1, you have to divide by 5. And 12 divided by 5 is, I'm going to look up here on this other screen, 12 divided by 5. Whoops. Thomas, leave the cat alone. 12 divided by 5 is 2.4. So this becomes 2.4.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm teaching some math. Do you want to help me?
Yeah, how do you do this?
I'll show you. And then for Alex, we want to get Alex from 3 days to 1 day. So in order to do that, we'd have to divide it by 3. So we need to do 7 divided by 3. So I'm going to use my little calculator that I have on my other screen. 7 divided by 3 is 2.3 repeating.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Yeah, me too. 2.3 repeating. So in 1 day, Jenna can walk 2.4 miles and Alex can walk 2.3 miles. So Jenna can go more in a day than Alex can. It's still the same answer. Excuse me. It's still the same answer. It's just a slightly different way of looking at it where we did division in blue instead of multiplication in green.